Hey, welcome back to this video. In this video, we are going to learn about cardinality of relationship. Cardinality of relationship defines the type of relationship between two participating entities. It is mentioned in the form of one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-one, and many-to-many relationship. And in this lecture, we are going to learn these four types of relationship, which is necessary for your modeling process. First of all, we will learn about one-to-one relationship. And before starting the explanation, I'm going to just clarify you some things. Throughout this lecture, I will explain you the different relationships with the help of examples, purely with the examples. I'm not going with a theory or a statement. And every time I will just speak an instance of entity, it implicates the particular information under the entity. Okay. For example, for the entity people, if the different information stored is the people's name, such as Roy, Smith, and Rahul, then when I speak the particular instance of the entity people, then I'm mentioning Rahul or Roy. So this is how the instance is useful for me to explain you in this lecture. Okay. So first of all, so now let us talk about the one-to-one relationship. Here I am taking an example where information regarding the person and chair is stored, and the relationship between the person and chair is occupying. A person is occupying a chair. In these, the entities are person and the chair, and let me add different person or people and different chairs. Now, in this relationship, the cardinality of relationship is one to one, and the logic behind is that a person, when he occupies a chair, he cannot occupy another chair at the same time. He can occupy only one chair at a time, and moreover, if one person occupies a chair, another person cannot occupy the same chair at the same time. So the relationship I can explain you as only one chair is occupied by a person, and one chair is and no two persons are occupying a one chair at the same time. No two chairs are occupied by a single person at the same time, and no two persons are able to occupy a single chair. So the relationship between the person and the chair is one to one, and simply I can say the statement as follows: a single instance of a particular entity is related to single instance of another entity, and then it is called as one-to-one relationship. One-to-many and many-to-one relationship. To define these two relationships, I am taking an example of a database where different organizations are there, a database where the information regarding the different organizations and different employees is stored. Here the entities are the organization and the employees. Let me show you with the help of the arrows, or you can say rather these lines, that how which employee is working for which organization, and let me name this above organization as 1 and the below one as 2. Now if these people are working for the organization 1, there is no chance for them to work for the organization 2. So they cannot work. It's a wrong statement. And moreover, if these people are working for the organization 2, then there's no chance for them to work for the organization 1. And even this one is a wrong statement. So here you can simply say it as our organization can have many employees, whereas no employee can work for the two organizations at the same time. It's a logic, and I can simply say the statement as follows. One instance of the entity is related to many instances of other entity, then it is one to many relationship. The many to one relationship is the opposite of the one to many relationship. So here we are going to store the organizations on the right side and the employees on the left side. And now the relationship goes in the same way, but here it's quite opposite. We are going to say that many instances of the entity is related to only one instances of other entity, then it is called many to one relationship. It's quite opposite to one to many relationship. Many to many relationship. So to define and explain you many to many relationship, here I am going to take an example for a database where the information regarding the different student and courses is to be stored. A student is free to take more than one course, and a course can have many students. So the different entities here are the student and the course, where a student has a freedom to enroll more than one course, and a course can be enrolled by more than one student. So the definition comes as follows. Many instances, not one instance, sorry, many instances of an entity is related to many instances of the other entity. So many students are enrolling to the same course, and they are also enrolling for other courses. So one student is enrolling for many courses, and a course is having more than one student. Hope you have understood different relationships. Many to many relationship is the superset of all other relationships, and all other relationships are the special case of many to many relationships. So hope you have understood these. See you in the next lectures. Bye bye.